Hi, I'm Anne Whalley. I'm going to talk about taking photos. I take quite a lot of photos, and I found over the time that there's a few things that really do help. Keeping it real, keeping it simple, and being authentic. Doesn't have to be picture perfect, but showing a bit of your personality, a smile, really does help a photo represent who you are. So if you're taking photos of your outfits, or if you're taking photos at weddings, group photos, this will help give you a few ideas to make a great representation of you. So let me introduce you to my very, very best friend, my selfie stick. Sometimes you just can't find the help you need when you need it. Having that on hand has helped me to no end. So it has a bit of a little extension, which means I've got a little bit more range if I'm shooting shots from above. And my phone. Love my Android phone. Takes good photos, and at most times, I can take 100 shots. I used to take 100 shots to get one good one, but over the time I found that just a few simple shots, few simple poses just get me through. So let's get started. Attach that. Let me show you my phone. There's a little lens up here, that dot. So if I'm doing a selfie, I'm going to look at that dot, and that gives me the ability to look like I'm looking straight at you. I know a lot of people do different poses where they're not looking at the camera, and I know a lot of us are a little bit uncomfortable when you first start taking photos of yourself in the clothes that you've made. But the best way of being authentic and being real is pretending that the person on the other side of that camera is someone that you like and someone that you're happy to see. And that way it's a successful photo, because let's face it, a smile makes us look years younger and happier. Can't be too much wrong with that. And we're happy to show people what we're wearing and the things that we've made, because that encourages other people. A few other tips while I'm on it. I've got a happy habit of having my glasses come down my nose like that. And sometimes I take photos that are really good, except when I look at the photo afterwards, I think, oh my gosh, those glasses have slipped down. So then I've got to push them back and take a shot, another shot. But if I'd just pushed those glasses before I got started, my goodness, that would have saved me so much time. The other thing is, as we get older, or even if you're blonder, having eyebrows fade into the distance is another issue that I found can be a problem when we want a true representation of ourselves. So whether you've got brown eyeshadow or eyebrow powder, colour it in. Just a little bit. If you go too hard on it and you look like you've got really heavy eyebrows, just take them off a little bit. And there you go. You've got eyebrows that just makes when you're taking your face in a photo, it actually looks like a face. The other thing I'd just give a bit of a tip, don't use Sharpies, all right? Once you've drawn that eyebrow on, it's never coming off for quite a while. So avoid that. Go with something lighter and just build up on the darkness. The other thing is, I wear lipstick. It's just something that I like wearing, and I find that the colour in the lips goes with the colour in the dress or with the earrings, and I get a shot that looks like it's all together, and it makes me look a little bit healthier. I won't show you a picture of what I look like without eyebrows or lipstick, because let's face it, we see ourselves in the mirror every morning and then we just get ready for the photo and the runway, because every day is a runway. Let's talk about light. Photography is all about light. The light's got to be coming from the right angle, and behind my head is not the right angle. And while we're at it, let's talk about what's in the background. That half fence and the neighbour's roof next door. That's not the best thing to have. It's okay, but we can do better. Wow, I think I've got a couple of branches growing out of my head there, coming out of my head. That could be a Martian. And that horizontal line, that fence, cutting my head in two. That's not great. We can do better than that, can't we? The background matters. How to pose for camera, especially if you want that outfit, from top of my head to the bottom of my toes. This photo, this picture is taken from a height which is level with the top of my head. I've got short legs, and this angle makes my legs even shorter. And see how I've got my arms beside my side? Makes me look wider. So if I do that, I've got a gap between my arms and my body. That makes me look better. And if I put one leg out the front, that's going to make me look taller. Not that there's anything wrong with being short, a little bit chunky and gee, that's noisy. Did you hear that car just going by? If you're doing movies, I'll tell you what, you can't stop the street noise, but be aware of it and know that wearing a microphone will be able to cut that out if you're doing movies. But anyway, back to this pose. Yep, I can do the long leg. I've got a little bit of interest. Maybe I'd just see which one works a little bit better. But I can change the angle, and that's going to be so much better. Get rid of these shadows as well. Right, we've had a little bit of a camera adjustment. So the camera has moved down to the height about here. And already I think my legs are looking longer. They haven't changed. I haven't been put on the rack. It's just the angle. The angle of that camera makes all the difference. Hear those birds? You've got to be in Australia with those birds. It's spring and the birds are going crazy. So that's fun. Now this speckled light, see how this is in a lovely shadow, but my face is in a little bit more of a brighter light. That's really annoying in photos and movies. So one thing you can do is get your body and your face all in the same light. Filtered light, a little bit of cloud, it's your very best friend. Makes your skin look lovely, and it's not glaring, and it doesn't show up all the wrinkles. It's really great if you're taking photos, especially if you're dating. Not that I'm doing that at all. So take your best shot and use them, because we always want to look our best, because that's what they'll remember us by, the photos. The camera is now at my hip level. So if I look there, it's about there. So this is the angle. So you can work out what you like best. You want it to look authentic and real. So probably if your legs are really long and you want to make them a little bit shorter, you can have fun playing with your camera. Now let's also talk about what to do with these hands when you're getting your photo taken, because let's face it, it's a little bit tricky, isn't it? So say if I want to have shots of me taking shots of me, that's a prop, or I could be on my phone talking to someone somewhere else, so that it doesn't look too unnatural, because if we look unnatural, we don't feel comfortable and then we can't smile. So work out. If you love cooking, why don't you get the beater out, or a wooden spoon in a bowl? You might like reading books. A book's a good thing just to hold in your hand so you know what to do with them. There's plenty of props. Do what suits your personality and what you love to talk about, because that is another thing to add to the outfit you're wearing, what you've made, and the personality that you have that's authentically you. Well, right now I've got the sun right in my eyes and I'm squinting because it's really glary. So it's lovely to have light, but this kind of light's not great for taking photos. See how they've got shadows on me, and it's really glary. And it's very uncomfortable. I'm finding it really hard to smile because I feel very uncomfortable. So yeah, I think really be careful where you look and make sure that your eyes feel very nice, and then you can smile nicely too. So right now I've got the sun right on my face, which is normally lovely in the morning because it gives us a nice glow, but now it's not doing that at all. It's causing lines on my outfit and my face, and it's making me look a bit older because I don't feel very comfortable and I've got that look on my face. I can't smile because it's really hurting my eyes. Be aware that when we feel comfortable and the light's doing something good for us, we feel good in that light. But this is very uncomfortable. I'm going to have to change a position right now. Well, I'm out of that direct sunlight. Oh my gosh, my eyes feel so much better. And I think even my skin tone is looking a lot more flattering. Shadows, direct light can make us look a lot older than what we are. And who needs that? I don't. So I'm out of the sunlight. I've got a lovely overcast light happening now. It's still flattering. Then we look at the background. I've got some lovely, beautiful spring flowers that are popping out all over, and it's just fabulous. So the next thing we concentrate on is framing. What looks better? Does that look better? Does that look better? Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better than the other one that I did. And maybe that could look better. Have a little bit of fun. Experiment with how you are placed in the photo. I don't like being straight, full on. To me, that's not interesting. But a prop, maybe a bowl with a wooden spoon. I could be on the phone. I could be reading a book. We can do all sorts of things and have fun with it. Let's face it, the pictures that we're taking are to share with our friends. And they'll love the different things that you do as well and have a laugh and enjoy it, because really, we've got our gardens, we've got the very things available right now inside the house. Make sure your light's really good coming through a window so that you can just have the photo doing the work and letting you be who you need to be. Keep it simple. Look at what you've got. Look at what's in the background. Adjust, take a few shots, see what looks better. There are things that look good, but what looks better? When we have a few choices, we can see. And have fun with it. Post your photos and let other people be inspired by the things you make too.